When I was watching it, it reminded me of the old Bloodline story when everybody was falling in line and accepting Sami Zayn, except Jey Uso. Now they're falling in line, they're listening to Roman. They're accepting Jacob Fatu, except Jey. He's the one that's got a problem with it.
If you look at him when they put the Ulafala on him, if you look at the back, Jimmy also has a look on him.
I love that Jimmy got his props.
Yes.
I love that Jimmy got his props, and when they acknowledge him, the crowd went crazy.
I think they're keeping us at bay also. Like there's a little interesting thing happening. You can't put your finger on it, but something is cooking.
It's just me, Oos. Day one-ish. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Wrestling Tea Pod. 2 words. Eat. I'm here by myself, apparently. What's going on, guys?
Well, you said it's just
Casual
you.
Oos. Johnny Two Belt Oos. PhD Oos. And Steven All-Time Night.
Why does he get to be the good one?
Because we are the good ones.
Well, you suck. You can't hold a belt. You just stand in the back, and I don't know what you do.
I am the tribal chief.
He is.
And you stick that finger right here.
All the way in to my brain.
Beauty.
All-time pod.
Yeah. Guys, how's everyone feeling?
I am feeling absolutely wonderful this evening.
You know what?
I am feeling extra oozy today.
That's what I want to hear.
There you go.
Oozy
I
juicy.
got you.
Johnny Two Belts.
I'm here back-to-back weeks.
Oh,
It's
Johnny
gonna be a
back
good
to
one.
back.
Give him the
I'm ready
ovation.
I'm ready to get rowdy.
Guys, I feel like we had some pretty good wrestling this past week, so I'm ready to talk about some of the stuff that happened. But before we get into anything, don't forget to subscribe and follow us on YouTube if you want to hear more wrestling talk. We are your guys. Press that button. What do the cool kids say? Push that button. Whatever.
Drop an elbow on the subscribe
Drop an
button.
elbow on that button. Yeah.
Lay it the smack down on that like button.
Sweet chin music on that button.
Spear the like button.
And follow us on Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube.
And TikTok.
We got that out the way. Now, last week's conversation about King of the Ring, actually, I left very like inspired. I don't know if inspired is the word.
And I think you felt a bit educated as well because you had absolutely no idea what was going on.
Yes, educated. Absolutely. Good times. Yeet. So when I got home, I'm like, you know what? Let me go and rewatch some King of the Rings. And I was very, very curious because I've completely forgotten about the Hulk Hogan and Yokozuna match. And to go back on that, absolutely right. That was totally the end of Hulkamania. Like
Destruction.
it was a whole thing. So that was great. But what I also realized when I went back and I was watching this, and can we please bring this back eventually? All the heels, when they cut a promo, whatever their name is what their promo was. So like if Earthquake was cutting a promo, he'd be like, the earth is shaking, the grounds are moving. It would always be the same thing. Like it's the most funniest thing. Like we got to bring that back in wrestling.
Hold on, then Bam Bam Big will go, bam, bam.
No, well, he's like a spiker sort of like, so he doesn't really, he's not like fire, you know, like, but like what's the other one? Like Crush was all about like, I'm gonna crush you like a can, or like stuff like that. It was just like the funniest thing. Like, but heels don't do that anymore.
But now what they do is not necessarily heels, but nowadays, if you notice, they implement their name in finishers a lot of times.
And what they do now is a lot of roasting. Like when it comes to the promos, it's like,
Well, you also can't tell who's a heel and who's a babyface because the crowd decides in like the present time. Like, just look at yesterday. They were booing Jey Uso. Then they're cheering Jey Uso. It happens numerous amounts of time with so many of these guys.
Roman Reigns is supposed to be quote unquote a face, but yesterday, I mean, the last couple of months, he doesn't really act like a face. Right?
Yeah. It looks like a heel. What else? Dom Mysterio, at one point, everybody was cheering him. I'm not talking about last night. And now everybody's just booing him again. Yeah. So I guess the crowd now decides. It's not the character in you.
I don't think the crowd decides. I think whatever reaction they want out of the crowd, they know how to get.
Yeah.
So they'll go out there and they'll do some more heelish moves or more good guy moves. No. We're not running it back. Told you, long ass intro. I just thought it was very interesting to talk about that.
I want you to run back the yeeting.
It's if only we could. Come on, YouTube. If only we could. You think I would have been playing that song over and over again?
We probably would have quit. Us three, he would just be staying here eating.
All right. Let's get into it though. We had some really, really good wrestling this past week. We'll try to keep it
You
King of the Ring.
You say we had good wrestling this week.
Oh, we had some good wrestling this week.
It was some pretty good
We
wrestling.
had good wrestling to a certain extent.
From SmackDown to
it was
Raw,
okay.
they were both pretty good shows.
I didn't like SmackDown.
But
I
that's
don't-
like a trend. Like
SmackDown is a
just,
bad-
just
yeah.
lacking regularly.
Absolutely.
But this past week, I agree. Regularly, it's been pretty bad, but I find this past week wasn't bad.
Guys, I want to give Sami Zayn some props
Yeah.
because he's back. He's back in my bloodline.
Yeah.
Because his heel turn is actually pretty impressive.
How?
I'm not gonna lie.
How?
His passive aggressive heel turn, I feel like it's something we never really seen before. And I find he does such a good job at it.
Hold on. What do you mean heel turn? He's the last real good guy.
Exactly.
I need to get that
I
shirt.
can't.
It's
I can't.
it's
I
amazing.
can't watch his segments.
Sami
man.
Zayn is like
I
the
can't.
bullied kid in high school before he shoots up the school.
Yeah.
All right.
Not at all. But
I liked where you were starting to
Yeah,
go,
yeah.
and then it just took a turn for the worse. But no,
I don't
like
That's what he reminds me
like
of.
the high school kid that peaked in high
Yeah,
school,
yeah.
you know,
And
and
then
then
shot
like-
people.
Or the kid that was
Let's-
bullied and
let's
then
leave that out.
got rich. Can we say that?
No,
Yeah.
bullied and then killed somebody. That's
Yeah.
what it. That's what it is. It's-
That's what we need. Thank you. That's how we get the views up, right?
yeah.
no, it's
Killing
just
our
me-
views right
it's-
now.
Banned.
No, it's me being honest. There's nothing with his heel turn. It's boring. It's
boring.
stale.
You just said
It's
you
garbage.
just said this past week that it was a good segment between him and Cody.
the slapping.
No, you said segment.
Well, the slapping.
You
That's the
slapping
segment.
was
It
not a
was
segment.
You said
good.
it right.
Come on.
You
It's
said
a-
it right. It's
it's a-
because Cody
Yeah.
was there.
Haters
go.
gonna hate. That's
I
his
want to
point.
know
was there.
you why you think that what's happening with Sammy isn't good.
I just am over his like every character he tries to do, the underdog and then the last good guy and all this. Like it's never just he just rides the coattails of something else. And it like the bloodline, like he was about to be like I don't even know where on the card, but the bloodline brought him back up. And then the
Bro, he
underdog.
breathed new life into the bloodline. Come on, don't give me that bullshit.
nah,
It wouldn't have been as entertaining.
The second
him
time?
and Jey Uso. No, I'm talking about the original when he first joined the bloodline.
He was a comedy act.
Between him and Jey
should've
Uso,
put Danhausen
everything
then.
there. Come on, bro. You're just talking out of your ass. Give me a break.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. The first run with Sammy, I've always said this. He made that bloodline something.
Yes,
that was
thank you.
the best thing that Sami Zayn had done. After that, it's just been downhill from there. I can't agree now that it's good.
The first run is when he was trying to be accepted by them.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's why it was funny because he was trying to be accepted by them, and the only one who was kind of accepting him was it Jimmy?
It was Jimmy.
It was Jimmy.
That whole thing was good and it ended at Elimination Chamber when he faced Roman. Like that whole story when he joined them or was trying to join them up to that moment. It was amazing. It was peak.
Well,
And
the
it was
friendship
because of
thing
Sammy.
with Kevin Owens where he hit Roman with the
back
chair
of the
at
chair.
Royal Rumble.
Yeah, he's always a sidekick. But what I'm just getting at is his passive aggressiveness towards everyone. I think he's doing a very good job at it. And it kind of feels a little real. I'm sure there's part of it that's like, let me get my shine without having to ride on someone else's back.
I love his backstage segments with Johnny Gargano.
Man.
Is he one day
Don't
going
go-
to
Yeah.
revive him?
Can I call it what's going to happen?
I know what's gonna happen, but call it. Go ahead.
He's gonna be bitching at him, and then Johnny's gonna get up and be like, "Just shut up! shut up.
Oh, that's what you think? No, I think
And then he's gonna be like, do something about it or something, and then walk away. And then people are gonna be like, he's back.
I don't think so. I think this is going to lead to some sort of triple threat match between Gunther, Cody, and Sammy. And then Johnny Gargano is going to help Sammy win the title. That's what I think is going to happen.
Okay.
He's going to wake him up and
We will
And go
wait
from there.
and see.
If Sammy wins, we riot.
if
Well,
Sammy
guys-
wins, we
saying.
celebrate.
Bro, if Sammy wins, I don't show up.
Yeah,
You know what's happening.
that won't be hard for me.
Speaking-
But like, yeah, I agree
That's in
with
my
you.
contract when you hired me.
Yes.
If Sammy wins the title, I don't show up.
And you also got fired yesterday, so I don't know why you're still there. But speaking of celebrating and yeeting, can we yeet together, guys? Yeet?
I guess it was just me and you.
Really, huh? Wow.
No yeet.
Never.
I'm not gonna
Time
eat.
to celebrate a victory well deserved. Jey Uso advances in the King of the Ring tournament.
You're the only loser that likes that.
I
LA Knight should have taken
love Jey Uso.
Again,
Did I not call it?
you called it. I
did,
agree with
you
you. But
did.
now we're pushing Jey
Yeet.
Uso again somewhere where he doesn't belong. And what do we do with LA Knight?
it. Buried him. 6 feet under.
Completely buried him.
He's not getting buried. He was there on Raw, cut a great promo. They're working him back into our hearts.
Into what?
Yeah, but what are they
Into
doing
what
with him?
storyline? A Jey Uso feud storyline?
Yeah, they're probably going to go
Hopefully
one-on-one at
not.
SummerSlam. I
Hopefully
think that's
not.
what's going to be. Jey Uso, I don't think he's going to win. I don't know if he's going to get past Javon, but he might not get past Oba if he does get past Javon. And I think they're going to settle it at SummerSlam. But guys, what did I say a couple of weeks ago? Or maybe last week even? LA Knight was getting boozed, right? And I told you guys he didn't lose the crowd. It's just because he hasn't had real direction since before even WrestleMania. And people last week were booing him when he was standing face to face with Jay.
Yeet.
But on SmackDown and on Raw, people were like going crazy for him. He finally has a story. He's got a direction. And with Jay was getting booed actually, and people were going crazy for LA Knight. LA Knight is always so over, man.
Jay had a 50-50 reaction when he came out. At first, it was. Can we talk real quick about last night's promo?
Go for it.
How'd you guys feel about that?
Jay's promo or the other one's
No,
promo?
no. The Bloodline promo.
Oh, I loved it. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
It
We
was
were
a great
messaging
opening
each other, and I
segment.
said, sure, but because I wanted to talk about it now. That's how you start off a show.
Yeah, agree.
That was very, very good. And it was different, no?
Yes.
It felt different.
There's one problem with it, but we'll get to it after.
Hold on. I wouldn't say it felt different. It was great. But when I was watching it, it reminded me of the old Bloodline story when everybody was falling in line and accepting Sami Zayn, except Jey Uso. Now they're falling in line, they're listening to Roman. They're accepting Jacob Fatu, except Jey. He's the one that's got a problem with it.
But look
Again.
at the back. When Roman,
Well, hold on, sorry. Fatu has a problem with it.
Fatu.
but now if you look at it, Roman has accepted Jacob. Jacob accepts Roman. If you look at him when they put the Ulafala on him, if you look at the back, Jimmy also has a look on him that he
Yeah.
doesn't know what to do.
Yeah,
I
that's
noticed
what-
that,
I saw
yeah.
that, yeah. And then they're both pointing at him like.
And then they all
"What's up with
decided
this?"
to jump in, but there's something that's gonna start brewing. They have to
I
get
love
used
that
to
Jimmy
it.
got his props.
Yes.
I love that Jimmy got his props, and when they acknowledge him, the crowd went crazy.
I think they're keeping us at bay also. Like there's a little interesting thing happening. You can't put your finger on it, but something is cooking, which is good because that's what I like.
And to
keep
add-
me interested, you know?
And to add to that, you saw a small little heelness last night from everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no storyline for Roman right now. He's just gathering his troops. He's gathering everybody. I think it's going to be WWE versus the Bloodline.
That would be interesting, especially if he's able to recruit the MFTs with him. Not
MFTs.
just Solo, but all of the MFT. That would be great.
Did you guys like the Eric Andre?
First of all, I have no idea who the hell Eric Andre
is he?
is.
You don't know who he is?
Other than the fact they said he's a comedian, never seen him before, and that he's in Street Fighter with Roman
My son said he looks like a skinnier version of Carlito.
as a crackhead. So I enjoyed the part like Roman gave him
You guys
props
don't know who he
they're
is
in
for
the
real?
same. No,
He's a
no
comedian,
idea.
right?
Yeah, but have you ever seen any of his
Nope.
stuff?
Haven't seen
Absolutely
anything.
not.
So he's like one of the OGs when it came to like pranks, but his pranks were like very, very like intense. Like, and he was like one of the first like on the internet to do that kind of stuff. And he had a talk show where he would just ask like the stupidest questions. Like, So he's been around for a very, very long time, and now he's doing more movies and stuff like that.
He's
Okay.
going to be in a movie with John Cena.
He's in the movie with John Cena, and he's in the Street Fighter with the rest of the guys.
Oh, that's the
It's on
Netflix, no?
Netflix,
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But he
226.
took
yeah.
what movie is that?
Little brother.
Little brother, yeah. That's
No,
it.
no, not the movie. The move.
Oh,
2 splashes.
He took the 2 splashes very well.
Yeah.
yeah.
I was impressed.
respect.
I love
Respect.
the fact that, Fatu is going crazy on his own.
Yeah.
And started attacking him. And then Roman was like, no, stop. Don't
Yeah.
attack him. And he saw that Jacob listened to him. And I think the fact that Jacob listened to him and he was going to stop, that's why he told him, go ahead and do
Yeah.
it. Because he's like, I have a monster, but it's a monster that's listening to me. I'm controlling him.
And that's what happens. And
Yeah.
that's where you could look at it and be like, hey,
I really enjoyed that. I thought that was so good.
WWE versus the Bloodline. Bloodline wants to take over. They said there's nobody in the back. Everybody's scared of them.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. It's
But
almost
then-
like
but
the
then-
invasion type angle.
Yeah, but then you just, I guess you get all these WWE big stars, and then you're just facing the Bloodline, is what you're saying. Like
Yeah.
Survivor Series War Games type shit.
Probably even longer than that. That's probably even longer. And Roman could go away once a month, 2
Listen,
times a month, and they'll just handle everything.
As long as we get
Yeah.
a big name to go against Roman for SummerSlam, I'll be happy. Someone new though.
Who do you think is like predictions? What do you guys think?
Well, now we know it's Oba. It's not Javon Evans.
Oh, bah.
I don't, that's it. So
Yeah.
I'm a bit confused where they're going. I don't think it's going to be Oba unless they put him on there and that's where Brock Lesnar comes and like screws him, which would be annoying if that's how a main event of SummerSlam finishes, right?
Yeah.
Is Lesnar going to show up at Night of Champions? Was it Night of Champions?
Yeah.
No, or Royal, whatever. Night
What
of
if-
Champions,
It's
right?
Crown Royal
Crown Jewel.
Jewels of
Crown
Champion.
Jewel.
All of
Nightmare.
those. All of those. Crown Jewel.
Wrestle
King of the
Dream.
Champions.
You want to
He's gonna
shot?
show up, I think, at Crown Jewel to cost him the King of the Ring. But does that mean
It's Night of Champions.
It's Crown Jewel.
No, it's Night of
Night of
Champions.
Champions.
Night of
Look, I'm so
Champions.
confused. So at Night of Champions, who is he going to go up against? Is it going to be Jey or is it going to be Javon? Because if it's going to be Javon, I doubt he's going to win and go on to main event SummerSlam. Does that mean we're getting Jey Uso versus Cody at SummerSlam? Or are we going to, what does Jey Uso like to do?
Run it
Run it
back.
back. Is Gunther going to win the title? And are we going to have another round of Jey Uso versus Gunther at
Jesus.
SummerSlam?
Oh my god! All of
Please
that
no.
sounds horrendous.
Yeah.
Because
All of it
Oba
sounds
Femi
horrendous.
winning, which I would be very for, but then if Brock Lesnar costs him the title at SummerSlam, that's like people are gonna shit on it as a SummerSlam ending, right?
What if he doesn't cost him the title?
What if he doesn't cost him?
What if he makes him win?
Are they going to take the title off Roman already though? That's the thing.
Now
with
with
him
the- now with-
rebuilding the bloodline.
I know what you're
They
saying,
can
but
take it off at SummerSlam.
What if Brock like helps him win, and then he's like, "Well, we still got to run it back. We're 1-1, and now it's for the title."
Maybe.
And now Oba beats him, and
How you-
it's like,
Or he shows up after the match and beats his ass.
How do you guys feel about Javon versus Roman at SummerSlam?
Meh.
nah,
Really?
not there
you
yet.
I mean, he is. I
I
like
know-
watching Javon. He's just not ready for that, right?
It would be interesting in
By
the
not
sense,
ready? Sorry, go ahead.
in the sense of like it's two really different styles. So could Roman carry that?
That's what I would like to see because I think that Javon would be acrobats and Roman would be the muscle. So you guys know how I feel about this kind of matches. I think
Yeah.
it would make a great like the visuals of that would be a great
Yeah.
match.
but are
But
the
story
people paying
wise,
for that? Are people gonna pay for that as one of the
Exactly.
main
No.
events?
Like
No.
that would be.
No.
I wouldn't mind that if it was like a beep show pay per view
Yeah.
PLE, right? But
Like
it's not
Saturday night main
believable
event.
for
Yeah.
people for Javon Evans to make us believe he's going to dethrone the tribal chief at SummerSlam of all events, right?
Yeah, no one will believe it. So it's shitty right off the top. If,
or you
like,
do Oba versus Roman night 1.
Dominic versus Cody.
Brock interferes,
Dominic
and
is
then
done.
they add a match to night 2, and it's Brock
What?
versus Oba.
He lost his match. What are you talking about? He just
Oh.
lost yesterday
I
against
didn't
Oba.
watch it.
Well,
Oh, he
Oba
lost?
advanced.
Well, we're talking about Oba.
I think you need to run it back.
I need to run it
Yeah,
back.
run it back.
I completely forgot to finish that. Okay, so damn it.
So
I'm really disappointed in real time.
It's between Oba, Jey, and Javon right now. And Jey versus Javon is on SmackDown to know who's going on to the finals.
LA Knight might
against Oba.
cost
Jay.
Jay on SmackDown.
He might. right?
100%.
Look, Oba's winning. He's going up against Roman. It's what's going to happen after. Or in that whole storyline.
Yeah,
Or
Jey-
is he going
Jey's
to
not
go
winning.
after Cody to finish what their unfinished business that they had at Saturday Night Main Event a while back, right? When Drew interfered and it ended up in a no DQ.
That's
Because whoever Oba goes against, unless Brock Lesnar is interfering, which if they do that at SummerSlam would be a horrible ending, he's going to win. So I don't think they're ready to take the title off of Roman Reigns just
Not
yet.
with the way the bloodline right now
Exactly.
is the
It's
strongest.
peaking again.
Yeah,
So
it's
the
peaked.
only new name you guys want to see heading to SummerSlam is Oba.
Oba. Yeah.
That's only because he's a big guy, right?
Yeah, I have a feeling it's gonna be Oba, Roman, and on SmackDown it's gonna be a triple threat.
But if it's Oba Roman, I don't want it to be of a Brock situation. Like, give me a real story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because a real story always makes you look at their match at when was it? Was it WrestleMania? Roman and CM Punk.
Yeah.
Because it was story, the match was perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, that's what we want. Stop giving us these quick microwave matches that you're going to come out like every week on Raw or SmackDown. We don't want to do that. We want to yeet, but we want a story in this match. Like, please.
Yep.
Please.
Agree.
Let's see what happens. Look, I don't know in which direction they're going in, and it's one of the first times.
And this is a good thing, right?
Which is good,
They're
yeah.
keeping us guessing,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I like it.
And I have no idea what's gonna happen with SmackDown. There's a lot of missing players. Don't forget, we're missing Punk. We're missing Drew. Those are two
Randy.
big names. We're missing Randy, right?
Yeah.
So those are big names. Is
Drew
something
McIntyre?
is something
Did he say it?
You're running it back, eh?
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm doing. That's my gimmick.
I think your new glasses are impairing your hearing as well, not
Yeah.
just your vision.
No lie.
He's on that
It
Crown
is.
Royal.
It's my turn to ask.
Who said it? You said it?
What?
Who said Drew?
He said it.
I said
Yeah.
it.
Oh, but it doesn't matter when you talk. I never listen.
Yeah, that's
If it was John, I'd be surprised.
now
I'd be
I
like,
need to
"Whoa."
ask you guys a question.
I usually listen.
You don't know that this match is happening because you didn't watch Raw. How do you guys feel about the steel cage match between
What's
Seth freaking Rollins and Braun Breaker?
I'm over this feud, man, to be honest. I don't know what it is. I know you love Seth Rollins,
Freaking
and
Rollins.
he's amazing on promos. But when I watch his matches, although he's good, I just find that he's going through the motion. Like I don't find him believable in the ring. I just find him,
Fluid.
he's just going through. He is fluid. I just find him that he's going through the motion all the time.
Yeah.
And I know why
this
you're
is-
saying
this
that.
This is what we have to do. So this is what we're going and we're doing it. But I don't find any.
And I know
No
why you're
joy
saying
in
that.
him
Yeah.
wrestling,
But
right?
it's all about the
there's
motion,
no
man.
heart.
It's because
Yep.
he's facing Braun Breaker again. And I think Braun Breaker
I
is not
feel
at that
that
level
way-
to be able to have a solid match.
It's not just that. I felt that way about Rollins for years. I don't know what it is, but just there's something that when he's on the promo, I'm like engaged and I'm there and I'm following. But when I watch him in the ring, I don't know. He just doesn't do it for me for some reason. I can't pinpoint what it is.
I was gonna make you very happy. I think this has potential to be the match of the night.
the cage match?
Yeah,
Me too.
I think they could pull it off, and
Me
I
too.
think that speaks volumes. And I hate to make you happier, but
I love being happy.
of how much Seth freaking Rollins could control and make Braun better.
I
And
just don't
that's-
think Braun is at that level yet, right? To
but
carry.
if anyone can lift him up a little bit higher, and you'd be like, wow, like he had a solid match, it's Seth. So I think it's got works to be really good.
Is it still cage match?
Yeah.
Not a Hell in a Cell.
Steel cage.
Okay.
It's the one.
When was the last time we had a steel cage match on?
It was
WWE?
him versus Punk, no?
Didn't
On
they-
Raw?
didn't they-
When
didn't they-
Roman come back, or did we
Yeah.
have another one after
Didn't
that?
they bring
Oh.
back the blue
Wait, no.
at main event?
No.
No,
The
they
retro
didn't.
night or whatever? No?
The last steel cage was Cody Drew when Drew won the belt.
Yes.
Yes.
When Fatu
It's been
interfered.
a while.
yeah.
It's been a while.
I like cage matches.
I
Sometimes
love
I like
cage
them more
matches.
than Hell in the Cells, depending who's in the Hell in the Cell.
Yeah, because sometimes Hell in a Cell, man, they're just going through a regular match. Like, why is the cell needed?
I like
They should-
escaping
They should.
Escaping what?
What?
life.
They should
Hell in
bring
the
back
Cell for
more
real,
of
eh?
these gimmick matches because they don't do that enough anymore. I know. Like you're talking last time about the zombie match.
Yeah, horrible.
Horrible, but you know.
No, there's no but. It's
No,
horrible.
no. But you
Period,
know
bro.
something
Full
that's
stop.
kind of the same thing. The what was it? Lumberjack match.
Yeah.
That a Bloodline lumberjack match would be
Yeah.
really cool, right?
Yeah.
No, but
Instead
they
of
do
always
street fights.
interfering nowadays.
I don't know. I was never a fan of lumberjack matches.
It was better back in the day because he had like all the heels on one side, you had all
Exactly.
the good guys, and it's like
What
But then
was
they
the
all
last
end up
one?
just fighting each other.
I know you knew what was happening.
There was a good lumberjack, John Cena versus Sabu. Back at
Is this the one in ECW? When they're
Yes.
in the middle of the ring and everyone's there?
yeah, all around the ring. I
No,
think
no, that's not an ECW. The only ECW match that John Cena
It's
had
one
was
night
against
stand.
RVD.
Yeah, RVD.
when did they fight?
I have no idea.
That was a
One
phenomenal
wasn't it
match.
one night stand?
No, that's the
RVD.
RVD.
But they're also
RVD Cena.
yeah.
Yeah, for
but
the
they
title.
also did a pay-per-view one night stand where it was
They had two one-night
They had
stand
two.
pay-per-views. The first one John Cena wasn't involved in, and the second one was when RVD beat him.
Jeez, that's more than me in my whole life.
Whoa.
The one-night stand or the beating?
The beating.
actually.
No, the beating.
No, you.
Okay, moving away from lumberjack matches, so we have everyone together.
we're all together here.
We're all together. We are actually the best. If we're gonna talk about factions, we are the best podcast faction. And when it comes to wrestling, what do you want?
Extreme Rules, John Cena versus
Extreme
Sabu.
Rules,
Which
yes.
is what one-night stand kind of evolved
Exactly.
into, right?
Yeah.
Good call.
beautiful, boys. Loved it. But now, I really miss not having my sounds. I'm not gonna lie. We don't know where to start.
I like it because I don't hear you're fired every 5 minutes.
Bring that back.
Improv. You're fired.
You're more
You're fired.
more controlled. You're more controlled. I like it.
Yeet. All right, let's get into it, guys. Wrestling factions. But this time, because we kind of touched on this before, we are not talking DX and we are not talking NWO.
Are you serious? Why the hell did you tell me to bring my NWO hat then? I look like a
Because-
complete buffoon right now.
You wear it all the time. What are you talking about?
But specifically today, bro.
Did you make his other one?
Okay, guys.
Don't start.
No, sorry. No NWO, no DX.
Bullshit. Wolfpack?
Who's
Black
Wolf?
and red NWO?
No, neither. The worst NWO that
The
ever
silver
exists.
NWO?
This
What?
Oh, the silver NWO was pretty. We could only talk about silver NWO.
I got
Actually,
nothing to
because
say.
we've never talked about them.
Wasn't Jeff Jarrett in it?
It was
You're
Jeff
looking
Jarrett,
at
Bret Hart,
Yeah.
Scott
yeah.
Steiner, Kevin Nash?
The
Yeah.
oddities, man.
Yeah.
Dang.
Bad time. But PhD,
Talk to
take this one away, please.
Yes, sir. So, guys, I put together a few questions here because we haven't talked about wrestling factions in a while. And there's always these factions that go a bit under the radar because I have some love for factions. We love gang warfare. So, I choked on my words there.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Steven was thinking about
love
gang just because I said gang what? Gang
Love.
warfare.
Gang warfare.
So, guys, let's take it back to
Bang.
New Gen era.
Gang.
I can't. Yeah,
We got him, boys.
All right, bring it back. Bring it back.
K1-ish. Okay, guys. So Camp Cornette was a pretty big faction back in the early 90s. So I wanted to ask you, was Camp Cornette the closest thing that we had in the new generation era that had a true super faction?
Do you consider the Nation of Domination that era?
I do consider it. That was late new gen era, yes.
I think that's to me, that's a better faction than the Camp Cornette. Camp Cornette was great. You had Owen, you had British Bulldog, you had Vader, you had that tennis racket, and who was the other person?
Yokozuna, too.
And
Yokozuna.
And excuse me, Mr. Fuji.
And Mr. Fuji.
Oh, you're still missing a couple of guys in there. A little Rock and Roll Express.
They weren't part of Camp Cornette.
No, but he was banishing them before.
Yeah, but they weren't part of Camp Cornette.
Never?
No.
What?
Where's
What's-
the button? Where's
hold
the
on,
button?
hold on. What's my boy's name?
You're
that was-
talking about Bob Holly and Bart Gunn, right?
No.
When they were the new Midnight Express managed by
was
No.
when they had the whole mini
I'm talking
NWA
about-
versus
Yeah.
WWE.
Well, do you
WWE
know how Camp Cornette started?
shit? No idea.
All right.
Enlighten us,
let me break
please.
it down for you. So before they had what they call today NXT, Jim Cornette would run Smoky Mountain Wrestling. So that was where they would try out the guys before they made it to the WWF at the time, right?
Okay.
Are you looking up?
I'm looking at who was in
Rock
Camp
and Roll
Cornette.
Express?
Absolutely not.
Just because he managed them doesn't mean they were part of it.
But it was at the beginning
No, it
when he
wasn't
first
Camp Cornette.
started.
That wasn't Camp
Are you?
Cornette, no.
What are you checking? What are you looking up?
The
Who's
members.
Of
I just
Camp
remember.
Cornette?
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
remember the main guys.
Run it down.
Owen Hart, Vader, British Bulldog, Yokozuna, Salvatore,
Who the hell's Salvatore?
Sincere Jim.
Positive Fatu.
No.
Sincere Jim.
You're so sincere,
And
Jimmy.
Positive Fatu. I hope they're two tag team partners. Who else?
Oh, Sincere Jim Cornette. That was the manager.
Ah, okay.
And then Clarence Mason, legal counsel.
Clarence
I
Mason
remember
was the
him.
dude that joined the
The Nation of Domination.
Nation
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Domination after, yeah.
Yeah. So Owen
little
Hart, Vader,
circle
British
glasses.
Bulldog, Yokozuna.
Exactly. The Malcolm X looking dude.
Yeah, so let's
Pretty
talk about
much.
the ones that
Yeah.
mattered that Steven brought up. I think it was a great faction. I just don't find that they were pushed the level that they should have been pushed with all the great talent.
They weren't faction enough.
They were, though.
But
They
But I
were
think
there. They were helping each other all the time in matches. They had the tag team titles. The tag titles switched. It was one point Yokozuna and Owen, and it was Owen and Bulldog.
Yeah.
Bulldog was coming off the great match like a year or two prior to that against Bret Hart, right? So he had a lot of momentum going in. Owen winning the King of the Ring. Yokozuna was the WWF champion at one point. Vader wasn't there for very long, but like when he joined, he was feuding for the WWF
Yeah.
title
Yeah.
at the time. I think they were just, I don't
And
know, they were
who
holding them down.
stopped them from reaching the top?
HBK.
That's right. Your boy.
Well deserved.
Well deserved.
Yeah, and they all feuded with Diesel and they all feuded with Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
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 I think they could have been more dominant.
The
It would have
only
been more
thing is that
believable.
they just like factions became cooler when they had like a cool name to go with it, right? Like Camp Cornette didn't. It felt more like a crew than
Yeah.
and like it wasn't like the guys that we the NWO or like
Yeah, but you can't compare each
Yeah.
faction to like the top
Yeah, it's
factions,
hard.
man.
I know, but it's cooler when they have like a name and they all kind of like
Camp Cornette.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's kind of like the Don Callis family, Like
Exactly.
it's just like that's the name.
There's 85 people in the Don Callis family.
Yeah, it's
Camp
ridiculous.
I'm
Cornette.
part of it, and I didn't even know.
Exactly.
I don't even know who that guy is.
You're getting called up next week.
Jackal.
Yeah. No, but I the collection of talent that they had deserves it like to be recognized because it was 3 like all-time greats, I think. Because
Agreed.
Yokozuna, yes, short run, but amazing character.
Yeah.
So
Great
believable. Like he beat Hogan, he beat Brett. Like
Yokozuna name drop last night too on
So
Raw.
believable that they made us think he was Japanese.
100%. 100%. I had no idea.
Till this day, dog.
Yeah. It kind of broke my heart a little
Yeah.
bit.
Roman broke it last night. What?
yeah. That was Bloodline. I was like, yeah.
Owen, British Bulldog, like just those 3, like, but in terms of faction, I don't remember them like going in the ring and them 3 beating up on guys, like, so that's what was lacking for me, but the talent was there.
Yeah, talent was definitely there.
And Cornette on the mic is one of the best. Like,
man.
he's so funny. So
He's still insane.
Yeah, he's
He's
crazy.
still insane. I love that tennis racket. I never understood why he had a tennis racket. Makes no
it
sense.
just worked though. for
It
him.
was just like I need something to hit people with. Tennis racket it is.
Shawn Michaels took it and tapped him on the ass with it.
And
Just
that's when you
want
became a fan.
Bang.
That exact
No,
moment.
it was the assless chaps.
All
and the
right,
picture of him
let's
with the
move on
belt.
from ass. So we're not talking about Billy Gunn here.
Bang.
Guys,
Bang,
moving
bang.
on to near the end of the new gen, kind of like trickling down to Attitude Era territory at this point. We had the Hart Foundation. We had Bret Hart reuniting the family, getting back together. And they made an impact even though they weren't together for very long. So my question is, why did the Hart Foundation become one of the most unique factions in wrestling history? And I want to start this off with Mr. I Hate Bret Hart, Stephen Alltime from the Alltime Pod.
Thank you. I thought it was unique because it was just family. And it was just Canadians, except British Bulldog, who obviously they
Married into it.
Yeah, they married into it and they brought in.
Is Brian Pillman Canadian?
Jim Anvil too. And Brian Pillman also.
Yeah, they're all Canadian.
No, they're not. Brian Pillman's not Canadian.
No?
No.
No, he's from Ohio.
Yeah.
Where the hell was he
Cincinnati,
in?
to be
Why
exact.
was he in
And Jim
there?
Anvil is also not Canadian.
I think he trained at the dungeon.
Yeah, he
The-
did.
Well,
the Hart dungeon.
the Hart Foundation was based off being Canadian and going up against DX.
Yeah.
Right? DX being American, the Hart Foundation being Canadian, they had the flags too.
Not
right?
necessarily just DX, but Americans in general,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because I think in was it 96 Survivor Series? No, it was
Flag match, no?
yeah, but there was some random pay per view. I can't remember what it is.
In
where
the
they had like a
house.
7 against 7
Oh, that I don't know.
match. It
I remember,
was,
the, I remember the one with
UK.
the
It was in the
Patriot.
UK
Remember
or
the
something.
Patriot?
Oh, the Patriot one.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
Patriot,
there,
of course.
there was a Survivor Series
The original
match.
Grande American.
Yeah, there was at 97. There was a match, but they also had like one pay per view where it was 7 versus 7. It was in the UK or something like
Yeah,
that.
but I remember the Survivor Series match. It was the Hart Foundation versus Stone Cold. I think there was Savio Vega in there.
Nice.
Might have been Vader and two others or one.
There was
other
this
one.
random tag team that joined the Hart Foundation for a while. I forgot their name. You
Great.
guys remember them?
No.
No.
Look it up, Steven.
I'm gonna
from the Old
definitely
Time
look
Pod. Those guys were good.
I remember the people you said before, which is Owen, Brett,
Yeah.
Brian Pillman, Anvil, and Bulldog. And they all had that those leather jackets.
But
Amazing.
that was sick.
Yeah.
They
they
looked
were great.
They
And-
look so in uniform and like
And
they got
that's what
so
I
much
mean.
heat.
If
So much
everyone
heat.
looks the
A
same, and it's
faction
like
that
a
looks.
gang.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what I like. And those guys, especially when they started that American feud, and they were like, and that Bret Hart promo that's like right now going viral. Like, our women are prettier, our sports are harder. Like,
Yeah.
amazing. My God.
No, they were good. They were good. I liked it, and how much heat they caught. Like every U.S. town they would go into, you know, just coming out with the flag, they didn't have to say a word, and they were instantly booed. Instantly, man. It was so sick.
We never talk about Bret's heel run, how amazing it was. It got cut short, yes, but he was like
That's what made it
creating
unique,
heat
though.
so much.
That's what made it unique. They weren't necessarily a heel stable, right? It depends. If they were in the States, people
Yeah.
didn't like them because they were anti-American. They weren't haters. They weren't hating on the fans. They were hating on Americans only.
Yeah.
So when they go to Canada or when they go to the UK or anywhere internationally, people cheered for them and they acted as baby faces, and whoever they were against was getting booed.
Yeah, which was super cool.
Yeah, and they had one of the nicest logos ever.
Yeah.
The
The skull.
the skull
The
with
big
the,
pink
with the pink
triangle,
triangle.
no?
Yeah.
And they each have their names on it. Like,
Yeah, those
Sick.
jackets were sick.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely sick.
Steven, all time, did you find what you were looking for?
absolutely not.
They were part of the 97 Survivor Series match as part of.
You look for that. All I
Team
have
Canada.
to say
I'll tell you.
regarding this is, unfortunately, all those members have passed away.
Man.
Except Brett.
true.
Except Brett,
Brett,
who's completely senile. But again, we're not going to get into that. But look at the talent they had in there. Again, Owen Hart, the British Bulldog.
Pillman.
Sorry,
Pillman.
here's the guys: Doug Furness and Phil Lafont. Those guys.
And they were known as what?
I can't remember what their tag team name is, but they
Jobbers.
joined.
Yeah.
No, they were a
The
pretty good
second
tag team.
Quebecers.
They weren't in WWF for a very long time, but they were part of the. I don't know if they were part of the Hart Foundation or they were close allies, but they were fighting alongside the Hart Foundation against like Americans all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? You just broke my heart.
What? Brian Pillman not being Canadian?
No,
These guys. You remember them?
Oh, yeah.
I have to see. Come here.
Yeah.
I remember they had the long hair.
I just saw it
Looks-
on Netflix, who these two
Looks like a
bums
porn
were.
star.
I don't remember these guys at all.
Holy shit. Like,
You remember them?
yeah.
Why is your heart broken?
I thought Jim D'Anville was Canadian.
No.
No, man.
I don't want to fucking do it.
Why would you think he was Canadian?
Yo, you're so casual.
Because it was with Bret Hart the whole time. Like,
Because it's his brother-in-law.
It's his brother-in-law. He married
He
his
married.
sister.
He married into the family.
Yeah.
Man.
All right, guys. I think we need to move on to a different topic before Steven has a meltdown
Yeah.
here. Let's move
But
it
the
away.
team was really good.
Geography and nationalities are not his strong
And don't
points.
forget, the crazy thing was Bret was in a wheelchair.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
That
Remember
was
the part where he
amazing.
stood up to Michaels and he super kicked him back into his wheelchair? That was amazing.
Oh my
Apparently,
god.
that wasn't supposed to happen.
Really?
Apparently, he wasn't supposed to super kick him, and he wasn't supposed to go over with the wheelchair going
That
over.
was so good. Classic moment.
Yeah.
Classic
That
Michaels.
was really.
But they were a very unique fact.
If you go back and watch those, that's that in between moment between New Gen and like Attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was starting, but Brett was
limbo.
never on to that attitude.
Attitude Era. No.
Officially on paper, it started like right after Survivor Series.
Yeah.
97.
Although he did cut a few promos where he said some things that like were very attitude era.
because he was
Yeah. Because also DX was already
Some Sunny
technically
Days.
a
yeah,
new
and
gen
then
era.
like some homophobic
Oh, yeah,
things.
yeah,
Remember
yeah.
that? Holy
that was
shit.
crazy.
That's
When he called-
attitude.
when he's like, Shawn Michaels,
Yeah, yeah,
you're
yeah.
a homo. And
and the guy
you're a
next to you
homo.
also like
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
what?
At that time, you couldn't say that kind of stuff on TV, and they were just going crazy.
Yeah, you definitely can't say it now.
No, definitely not.
All right,
PhD,
guys.
keep it moving.
So one of the greatest factions ever, guys, I think we can all agree, was, I don't know if you were watching at the time.
No,
Probably
no.
not. Eh? Evolution.
Yep.
So we had Triple H,
Do you know the story about this?
Ric Flair, Randy
Johnny Two
Orton,
Belts?
and Batista.
When we went to IWS and they were playing the Evolution theme song.
Bye.
And this guy is going crazy, rocking out. And I'm like next to him. So I'm like, okay, cool. And PhD just, so imagine people sitting next to me, right? And all I see is a head like this. And I'm like, what? And he's like, do you know what this is? And
No,
I'm
I
like,
said you have no idea what
no,
this is.
it's like, yeah, do you have any idea what this is? And I'm like, yeah, of course. And he's like, no, you don't. and then they were like, Evolution or whatever. Is it Motorhead?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
it would have been really fun to be invited to that moment.
I know it's better for us to tell you after, you know? So you feel bad. But yeah,
That way we're reminiscing it, right?
Yeah.
We wouldn't have talked about it.
so
again.
to bring it back. No, I wasn't watching at that time.
So guys, why did Evolution succeed where so many factions failed?
Well, you had Ric Flair in the faction, number one. Number two, you had Triple H in the faction. Number three,
had the young-
but you had Batista in the faction. And number four, you had a young Randy Orton who was a piece of shit and did anything, anywhere, and acted just.
And two young talents, right, that were up and coming.
It's like taking somebody and putting him with these guys. He was a power trip. He had no choice to act like
So
that.
you had one person from the past, right, who was one of the best ever.
Yeah.
You had current, who was Triple H, who was the world heavyweight champion,
and, you had
and,
and you had the future.
and you had the two future. Did you guys know that Batista originally wasn't even supposed to be a member of Evolution?
Yeah.
It was supposed to be Chris
Mark
Masters, no?
Jindrak. No, Mark
Who?
Jindrak.
Sorry?
Mark Jindrak.
Say it
Yeah,
again.
that guy.
Look that one up.
He and he used to be in WCW. He moved over after.
Oh, and Vince saw him and he was like, "You're too small" or something.
No,
No?
that's, you're thinking about Christopher Daniels, corporate ministry, all
Oh,
that
yeah.
stuff.
All right, whatever.
No, they vetoed it. They're like, no, we don't want this guy.
So
no?
he was supposed to be in it, and he and Randy Orton were close personal friends, and they would travel together and stuff like that. But they'd both be acting like a bunch of idiots all the time. So Triple H is like, "We're not having this,
Okay.
right?" And he brought in Batista.
There was
instead.
even, I think they had filmed a vignette with him in it.
Not the vignette, the entrance.
The
You know, the
entrance,
entrance
yeah,
when they're
yeah.
all walking with
Yeah,
suits and stuff.
yeah.
They had filmed that
I've
with
seen
Mark
that.
Jindrak.
Yeah.
So like the guy was really about to be.
So
in
what
it,
happened
and
to
then
him now?
Became a jobber, unfortunately.
He
Really?
works at Walmart
Yeah,
now.
man. So imagine he was supposed to be a part of Evolution, and then unfortunately, man, it didn't
Oh
work
wait,
out.
that's the guy that was in the interview recently with
You got to be more specific.
with Chris Van Fleet. No, was that him?
No.
No, okay, my bad. Sorry.
I don't think so.
Because you said he works at Walmart.
Yeah, but that's why I said
No,
it.
that's
Because
John
there was,
Heidenreich.
There was, yeah, exactly. That's him.
that was what?
John Heidenreich.
Yes,
Actually
that
working
guy.
at Walmart. But
Man, that sucks. Okay.
But for Evolution, they had my GOAT, so Ric Flair, the best of all time. And then you've never seen that before, a concept like that, like having someone from the past still going at it, like still like strong on the mic in the ring and everything, the future, the present, and like you all combine it, and it was just like it worked. Their look, it just, and it was believable because like I believe anything Ric Flair does, right? Like that's the life he lives, and Triple H with him. And I think it was great for Ric Flair's career because at that point he was like
Yeah.
in a funk.
It revived
and
it.
He was like the part owner of WWF.
yeah,
when he came back of
and
WWE.
he even said it like I forget where it was, but he's like Triple H really gave me my confidence
Yeah.
back with this move.
I saw
So
that interview, yeah.
So I loved it. I think it was one of the best all time.
So two things. Apparently, initially, before the name Evolution, they were supposed to be the new Four Horsemen, but something leaked or somebody threw a 4 sign or something like that.
Okay.
So they ended up changing the name.
Better, way
yeah,
better.
yeah. Like they created their own legacy, right?
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Maven said that he told Triple H to call it the Regulators, and Triple H said,
Regulators.
"Nah, we good."
Shut up, David.
And second part, what was interesting is the tag team of that stable wasn't the two young guys. It wasn't Randy Orton and Batista, the tag team. The tag team were Batista and Ric Flair,
Yeah.
which gave it a nice change up. You know, you see Randy, they're pushing him to be the next guy.
Randy was Intercontinental.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And then
Yeah, the
Batista
run
was
first.
still learning from Ric Flair.
And then
which
that-
was
exactly. that-
And they all
that
became
iconic moment.
legends.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then,
Legends.
For real,
like
legends.
he just did the thumbs down thing. Like that was such a
remember.
moment.
That's the
man.
only moment that I
Iconic
am.
moment.
that I
Such a
remember.
moment.
And then when Batista did it to Triple H,
Yeah, with the contract signing.
oh,
Yeah.
they were unstoppable. One of the best factions, top 5 for sure.
I find Batista is so underrated when people talk about him today just because his run didn't last as long as some of the others. But the guy
was
had like,
long.
it was long, but not as long as some others. Like not as long as Flair, not as
Yeah,
long as
yeah.
Triple H, not
But
as long as Randy Orton,
He
right?
also chose to move away from the wrestling.
And he also-
business,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And he also
found
came
success.
back with lime green boots, but that's a different
and he
story.
And he
was-
came. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, he was champ for a lot of
Yeah.
his run, man. Like
carried
on
SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Yeah.
Yeah, world champion. Yeah, he was good.
He also came back with the "Give me what I want." Give me what I-" Apparently, you know that part.
No.
He came back like after he was
Casual
gone for a
Joe.
while, and then he was challenging Triple H to a match, and like he came out with a bloody Ric Flair. He wanted Triple H at WrestleMania for his retirement match.
Yeah.
But apparently he forgot his lines. So he just kept screaming over and over, "Give me what I want." Yeah, and then you see like all the spit coming out of his mouth and like, "Give me what I want," with his stupid nose ring.
That Triple H ripped that off, no, in their match?
I didn't watch
The
the match.
nose
I don't
ring?
know.
I think he like with pliers, he like ripped it out or some shit.
Final thoughts on Evolution?
Yeah, they're one of the
All
greatest
time. Yeah.
factions, and it worked well. The song, they were cool. They
Yeah.
came out with suits.
Amazing
They did what they
entrance.
want. They had
Yeah.
women
The
around
limos.
them. Exactly,
That's
the
all
limos.
horsemen.
When they won, they partied.
Yeah,
like,
it's all horseman shit, right?
And
yeah,
Triple
it
H
was
had
so
no
believable.
beard.
So believable, man. I loved it.
So talking from a faction that was at the highest of the highs, now one that had potential but got buried hard. So the Nexus guys, did they deserve a better run than what they had?
Let me tell you.
No comment.
No comment.
Are we talking CM Punk Nexus? Or are we
No,
talking
we're talking
Wade
about
Barrett?
the OG Nexus.
I didn't like it. They needed somebody like
Punk to elevate it.
exactly. That's what I have to say.
Why did they need somebody like Punk to elevate it though?
Because I don't think any of those guys coming from NXT
The first season of NXT when
Yeah.
it was a game show.
Yeah.
really have anything. Like who was in it? Ryback.
Yeah, Bray
there were
Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt. Like Bray Wyatt. Look at that look
Well,
versus that look after.
He was Husky Harris, I believe.
Daniel
his name
Bryan, Wade Barrett.
Yeah, they did. They just didn't have it. Again, they also had names, right? It
Yeah.
was like just they looked like they had nothing.
was. Yeah.
Right? They just had the thing around them. They were trying to come and take over. I think what was good about them was that if you remove the Nexus, there was no other storylines that were interesting. They came in and they just took over.
Yeah.
But I just don't think the people did anything. They wouldn't have been able to go and have careers except for Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt and Ryback, but very minimal amount
Why are
of
you
time.
disrespecting Wade Barrett? You don't think that he could have been something bigger than what he is?
Husky Doolittle, whatever what was his
Husky
name?
Harris.
Husky
No,
Harris.
Wade Barrett.
Yeah, he left too quick.
That's the thing, but
Yeah.
I
He was
find-
mid-card, though. Like,
But I think the problem is, look, we always want new guys to come in and be pushed to the moon if they have the potential, right? So the problem was I was watching wrestling during that time when Nexus appeared, but then I wasn't watching when they got buried against John Cena. I think it was a
Yeah, he
Survivor Series or whatever. It
destroyed
was an
them.
elimination match.
stupid.
So after that, from my understanding is that even your boy Edge and Chris Jericho were telling Cena that like they should be going over because they were supposed to, and he went and changed the plans the night of. He pulled a Hogan basically and buried them. So I find the group itself, they didn't really have much to be bigger than what they should have. But I think that Wade Barrett, if they would have went over and they would have been pushed properly, would have had a bigger career. He's good on the mic. He can go with anybody in the ring. I just think that kind of crushed his overall WWE career.
Yeah. Thank you, Cena.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Cena.
Cena.
Want to add anything?
Nope. Next. Sis.
Nice.
Two more questions for you guys. More recent times. I hope you can contribute to this.
Probably
You
not.
should. The Judgment Day. They started when Edge was still in, recruited Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley, and then Finn, and that's when they turned on him.
What a genius.
And they're still going today, and it looks like a completely different group than when they started. So do you
It's
guys
all
think?
females in the group.
Yeah.
No?
Do you guys think that the Judgment Day exceeded expectations since its debut?
They never exceeded expectation.
To be honest, I don't even think of them as a faction. I just see them together. They're just like
Yeah.
a group of best friends.
The best thing that came out of it was Dom.
Yeah.
Like,
Rhea.
yeah.
No.
But it was so short there, the original Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Like, I would have liked it to go on a little bit longer, that one. Priest, Rhea, Edge.
That, yeah, it
that
didn't
one-
last long.
no.
You see how dark it was?
It
had
was
a-
dark.
It was,
It
like
was
the
really
Brood.
dark.
We
Yeah.
had a reunion this past this past Friday.
Do you
That's
guys
great.
know why Edge got kicked out of the group?
No.
Because everybody thought that Edge wasn't that great, so they're like, screw you, get out of here.
That makes
Oh,
sense.
but
No,
the
I'm kidding.
story, I thought it was something backstage.
No,
That makes sense.
backstage for real, yeah. Like people don't like Edge. They don't think he's good. He's about to have another meltdown.
yeah.
No, so apparently the reason is SmackDown was missing a lot of top baby faces. So that's why they kind of like moved him to SmackDown after and became a baby face. But I think the next is Judgment Day. Judgment Day did exceed expectations from where it started. I just think that like they peaked when it was Damian Priest as World Heavyweight Champion, when you had Rhea as the Women's Champion, Dom, JD McDonough, Carlito, Raquel. But like after they kicked out Rhea and Damian Priest, I think it's been like just downhill, and the story's been extended too long, and they keep teasing the group splitting every now and then, and it's just going nowhere.
By the way, I just want to bring this up. When I was watching Raw the other night, when Liv went to go see Danhausen, did you guys see that bump on her head is still
Yes.
there?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's not
That's
going away.
scary.
That's not the one from when
Yes,
Stephanie
it
did
is.
You know what's happening?
What has
with
it
that
always
bump?
been there? Like
Yeah.
since before WrestleMania?
No.
No, it's something else that happened for
Yeah?
sure.
No. They have to take a needle, stab it in there, and take all
Drain
the
it.
juices out.
Yeah,
You
but
gotta
that's
drain
been
that shit.
that's what WrestleMania it was in
Why do you
April.
gotta say it like that?
Yeah,
And it was before April.
I with his hands like,
Yeah.
like so.
Wants to give people a visual.
graphic.
I've had my backbone drained.
Here we go.
Hey yo!
I didn't know you had a backbone.
Mute his mic. Oh, buzzing.
Wow, what was his name?
Steven Smalltime. I'm back, baby.
Yeah, so WrestleMania was in April. We're now what? We're in June.
Did you see that?
So it's been
how
2
big the
months and
bump
more?
was when it happened?
It was like a tennis ball.
Yeah.
man.
Size of
It's
your
been 3
phone.
months, but like it's crazy that it hasn't healed yet. Like,
But is it from that still? Because
Yes,
I
it's
didn't
exact-
notice it until like all these past couple of weeks. I didn't notice it until
no, just that. I
yesterday.
guess maybe the way the light was hitting it, but
And
it
if you
was
see like on
nuts.
social media and stuff like that, like she's always wearing a hat now, like to cover it
yeah.
up. She was at the World Cup game and she was wearing a hat, like so she's really trying to
job,
cover
man.
it up.
By the way, guys, Danhausen killing it. I'm enjoying every time they're doing things with him. Still not fed up.
I really want to see what the hell he's got
I
under
know, I
that,
can't
under
wait,
that
I can't
cover.
wait.
What is he gonna clone? Is it gonna be Omos coming out
Can't wait.
with Danhausen face paint? All right, guys. One last question for you here. We were talking about the Bloodline at the beginning, so it's only fitting that we close off with it. What was the best chapter of the Bloodline story?
I think we're gonna see it. I think we haven't seen it yet.
So from what we've seen so far,
Wow.
what is the best?
I
What a
would
way
s-
to duck a question.
I would
Yeah.
say when it was I'm serious. I think we're gonna see the best Bloodline. There's something brewing there, and it's gonna be something big. I think it would probably be
Say his name.
pre Royal Rumble when Sammy hit him with the chair. I think that those couple of months where it was Sammy, Jay, Jimmy, Roman, and Paul
Solo.
and Solo.
Solo, yeah.
Solo not talking was
The best.
Yeah.
The best. That's what it should have been.
And
Umaga style.
Sammy cracking him, like breaking him every now and then, where you have to.
Oh my God, way
Yeah.
too much.
But the thing about that was nobody knew what Sammy was gonna say. I think it just
Well,
happened.
the Uzi thing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
watch that video all the time because I'm just like,
hilarious.
I
You
laugh.
see them all,
I'm like,
and
how
you see
did he
Roman,
keep-
like-
yeah, they're trying so hard not to
Yeah.
laugh, man. Uzi, it was so good.
Hey, at least everybody's having a
There's
good
so
time.
many
Yeah.
times where you watch a video like that and you're like, how did you not laugh?
Yeah.
Like for me, there's the video of Godfather and The Undertaker when he's like, hey man, I know you a long time and I know you love hoes. And Taker, you can see Taker's just like,
He was gonna kill him. And Taker used to get mad at that stuff, and he'd get mad at them in the back.
and that was like the ministry taker, so
Yeah.
he was like super serious.
You can tell
on,
that he
on
was
top of
biting
it.
down like, I can't laugh right now. Like,
There was an interview I saw with Kane and Taker, and Kane would say because he had the mask covered up, so he always have like a big smile on his
Yeah.
face, and he can laugh under the mask, and it's funny. But back to the Bloodline story. What are your thoughts?
I was actually, when I restarted watching wrestling in 2023 and I went to the shows, I got to see them live. So it was pretty cool. And I was like, what's happening here? And shout out to my boy Bugsy, who was cornered by a bunch of fans thinking he was one of the Usos.
I still believe he's one of these.
That was the funniest thing I've ever seen. And Big NES kept just laughing and pointing. He's one of the Usos. And people were like, wow. That's incredible. But for me, I think it's the same time when Sammy was involved and Solo, you know, like before what's happening now, because I'm not a fan of I like the MFT, but it's like Timu Bloodline, right? Like, what the hell are they doing over there? But I'm excited to see what happens now. And I like what happened on SmackDown when Fatu went to get Solo and they had that little moment. So
Yeah.
let's see what happens.
For me, the Bloodline, my favorite was at the early stages when it was just the Usos and Roman and Paul Heyman. Like, I liked it. It was simple. It was effective. I believed how family oriented they were and stuff
That's
like
true.
that. And I loved it. It was like such a tight knit group. I'm like, these guys chill on the weekends and then come to the shows and stuff like that. So that
And
for
Paul
me,
Heyman really being part of the Bloodline from such a
Yeah.
long time ago.
yeah.
So dope.
What was great about the part that you're talking about is that they didn't start united, right? They started with, I think Jimmy was injured at that point. I think it was Roman that injured him.
Yeah.
And then Jey was going after Roman. They had their matches and stuff like that. And then Jimmy came back. And that's why he was saying you guys need to acknowledge Jimmy because Jimmy's the one that brought the family together. And that's
then
where they formed the
subdued
Bloodline.
to Roman. Yeah. No, I love that part.
Beauty.
Perfect.
Acknowledge.
Yeah. So, you guys want to add anything before we jump over to the rapid fire questions?
Talk to him.
Perfect. So, guys, we have today
2 words.
20. It's one word, 4 letters, 1 word.
I don't know what's happening right now.
He
Doesn't
has
watch
no
wrestling.
idea. He thinks it's 2 words because it's on. So I got 20 rapid fire questions, guys. We're gonna go through them really quick. We're gonna start with Mr. All Time.
How many questions you got?
20. 20.
20?
Yeah.
20.
Can you count that high?
Cut that down to 10, my
And
boy.
then- No, we're gonna go through them quick.
Okay, it's
So
yes or
let's go.
no. That's it.
I mean, you could say yes or no, but it wouldn't make sense. Let's go.
Just say yes or no.
So, which faction had the greatest debut in wrestling history?
Yes.
In wrestling history, Nation of Domination.
Which faction had the best entrance of all time?
Oh man, I'm gonna have to go with the DX, just because visually was great.
Was the corporation more important to
I
the
thought we weren't
attitude?
saying DX and NWO stuff.
No,
We're talking now. It's
the
rapid
rapid
fire.
fire.
Definitely.
It's over. You
No,
already gave your answer.
No, we said we weren't talking
No,
about
over.
it.
No.
Go, DX.
This guy doesn't understand what 20 we need to go through them quick means. Huh?
He doesn't understand what a segment is.
He wants to play reverse Uno over here. Mr. Johnny Two Belts. Was the corporation more important to the Attitude Era than people remember?
Absolutely. Absolutely, yes.
Which faction had the strongest leader?
Yes.
Evolution.
Which faction had the deepest roster from top to bottom?
NWO.
Did the Judgment Day save the careers of some of its members?
I don't think so.
Which
Wait. Oh, the Judgment Day.
Nobody asked you a question.
Yeah, my bad.
Which faction
I gotta
stayed
listen.
together too long?
NWO.
Well, what?
Facts.
I'm not gonna ask you this question. Let me jump to the next one.
No,
I'm not asking you.
I wanna know.
I'm gonna ask him the question.
I'm gonna answer it too.
Which faction had
Yes.
the best theme music?
You just asked me that.
No, I didn't.
No?
No, I didn't.
What are we playing here? Team music?
Theme music.
I
I
said
asked
DX.
you about entrance earlier. I didn't ask you about
Yeah.
music.
Well, DX. How does that not go together?
An entrance, the whole presentation,
Yeah.
like coming out together, whatever they're doing, emotes and stuff like that together. And
Okay,
then
whatever.
music is just
Yeah,
music.
Moving on.
I got it.
Johnny Two Belts. Let's go back to the previous
Oh,
question.
no.
Was the White family more memorable for its moments rather than its accomplishments?
Oh, come on.
Obviously moments, because I don't think they got enough accomplishments.
Which faction had the most wasted potential?
Oh, the most wasted LWO.
Yes.
Oh,
Which
that's
LWO?
a good.
The WCW or
The
WWF?
WCW, LWO.
WCW.
Yeah.
If you could
appreciate
join,
that.
if
What
you
did you
could
say about Mexican food today, though? No, keep on, keep on.
makes him take a hot dump. If you could join one faction at its peak, which would it be?
LWO.
Yeah,
You're gonna give us DX for the third time. Which faction created the most future world champions?
Again?
Oh, ooh.
It's you.
Ooh, I don't know, man. NWO? Just because they had so many guys?
Which faction had the best promo segments?
DX.
Man,
I can't ask you this one. I'm gonna skip it.
yeah, come on.
I'm getting all the tough
Yeah,
ones
give
because
it
of
to me.
No,
because
he's
of
getting
casual
because he's
show.
not watching during that
I was
time.
watching at that time.
All right,
Give
let me
it to
tell
him. Give it
Was
to
the
him.
Nexus one win away from becoming legendary?
Yes.
Which faction felt the most realistic?
The LWO. That's blood right there.
I would say Hart Foundation or Bloodline.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which faction had the coolest look or presentation?
Jesus Christ. DX. Fuck.
Which faction was better at creating stars, Evolution or the Shield?
Ooh, it's really good. Evolution of the Shield.
Think of it.
Oh,
Think
man.
hard.
Evolution.
Use your brains.
I'm going to say the Shield.
Which faction had the biggest drop off after its peak?
That was good.
Ooh. Man, I don't know. NWO? I don't know.
And final question, if you could bring back one faction for a modern WWE run, which would it be?
Like,
Any.
You can't say the extra NWO.
I'm not going to say DX. I'm not going to say NWO. I'm going to say I want
The Un-Americans,
the Brood.
the Brood.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
That's it. I'll turn it back over to you, Mr. Joe.
Boom.
Mr. Eat Man.
All right. Boys, that was good. You got me with that Evolution Shield question. Because
Yeah,
they
that was a
both
tough one.
like
Yeah, it was a tough
both
one.
I was going to say the
created.
Shield.
Huh?
I was going to say the Shield.
Yeah, Shield 100%. They have just because they have more guys that actually went on to become legends. Shield would be cool if it came back. I think that if they ever come back, that would be
With John?
a moment in time. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
If
think
they
he-
come back, on them to come back with Moxley, not with
Yeah,
Dean Ambrose.
Dean Ambrose, yeah.
Horrendous name.
All right. That is it for our show this week. Thank you so much for watching. And again, don't forget to yeet and don't forget to subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Tees. We should put it right here so you know what the name is. And if you want to listen to us, Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We are on all the social medias. So follow us for all your wrestling needs.
Hold on, I have a question for you. Why are you
Talk to
always
me.
hating on TikTok? You never tell the people we're on TikTok.
Oh,
you guys
my
were
bad.
on
It's
TikTok.
because
as well.
there's so many social medias.
All of them.
I'm an old man. Back in my days, we would tick and a talk and a tick and a talk. That's all I remember.
Cut the mic.
But go on TikTok and follow us there too. On that note, I am Casual Jey Uso. He is the PH. No, he's not. Yo, I am losing it. All right, get out of here. He is a Steven Alltime from the Alltime Pod. He is a PhD, and he is Johnny Two Bells, and we're the Wrestling Tea Pod. Thank you for watching. Can I get a yeet? Yeet.